Hello and welcome to Caffeinated Crafting. My name is Daniela, known as Caffeinated Gert all around the interwebs. I'm coming to you on this very rainy, thunderstormy Sunday. It's August 7th. And I have just a little update of what I've been crafting this week. I actually have this to show you. This is my June gnome. I made a little bitty tiny guy. I forgot to show him last week. I used the Never Not Gnoming pattern from Shropshire and made like one of the little ones. I only increased up to 8 stitches, the hat up to where it's like 8 stitches per needle. And there's 3 needles, so 8 times 3, that would be 24 stitches. And then picked up and did the body to kind of match. Made him a little nose. And then I made the beard up. I cast on 8 stitches, started decreasing slowly, made it into I-cord, and then long enough that I could put a knot in it. I didn't even give him arms because he's tiny and I was strapped for time, but I love him. Isn't he adorable? I love how customizable her gnomes are, how many different things you can do with them. She actually has a new mystery Gnomey knit along signups just started. So if you want to knit a gnome, you could check out Shropshire. I will link to my Ravelry project page below, and you can easily find all the gnomes that way. So I made a little gnome. I finally got around to spinning some fiber again. I haven't spun since I think maybe last year during the Tour de Fleece. And even then, I don't think I spun very much, if like just a tiny bit, not like I normally would. So I'm super excited that I got to spin, and I've decided I'll probably do more spinning for August, just because I didn't spin during the Tour de Fleece this year. I was trying to finish those great big projects and finish them, but didn't get to spin, and I kind of miss it. So this is Shropshire Fiber. I took a how to spin for sock class 2 years ago. Has it been 2 years already? Well, 1.5 years, because I think it was in January. Anyway, Shropshire was one of the breeds recommended for fibers that you use to spin for socks. It's a little more rustic, has some grabbies to it. I just finished spinning it, so it hasn't had a bath yet, but I got 300, no, I did not. I got 232 yards, and it's probably gonna fluff a little bit. I'm calling it a sport weight. I really love the colorway. I bought this on Etsy. I will link the shop below. I don't remember right now what the shop is called, but it's from England, and they have some really unique breeds and such of fiber that I've never heard of or spun. Like this was like, I've never even heard of Shropshire, let alone spun it. So this was fun. I might try to do 1 braid per weekend. I don't know. Ilvermorny's got some cute little projects coming up, little tiny things I'm gonna make because we're at camp now, and so we'll see. But I don't predict there being any big projects. I don't know. I'm just want to have some fun while we're at camp. So I'm just doing the challenges and making some small things. I am working on my August gnome, and I'll show you how far along I am with that in a minute. So tomorrow, for our Ilvermorny challenge of the day, or activity, daily activity, I think is what they're calling it. tomorrow is rock painting. So I bought these, which are acrylic painting pens. Can't recommend them. If you want to paint some rocks, get yourself some acrylic paints and tiny brushes, and I think that will work way better. Aidan and I think have decided, I don't know, once we kind of figured them out, they were okay, but we decided it was not worth it. We were not crazy about these, but hey, it was something to try. They are acrylic paint markers, and if you can get them to go, they look pretty good, but getting them to go is, evidently you have to hold your mouth just right. We did paint some rocks though. I'm going to show you Aidan's rock because it turned out really nice. See how nice and like his color is? He did way better with the pens than I did. So this is Aidan's rock. And this one's mine. Made like a little beach scene. And you can tell the difference in his rock and mine in that mine looks very textured, which isn't really a bad thing. But I had such trouble getting the paint out, see? Whereas his looks very, very smooth. But then it's also very interesting to see the different styles, and I like them both. So yeah, I made a little beach scene. I don't know what I'll do tomorrow, but I'm going to paint a rock tomorrow for my little daily challenge. Today it was more about hanging out with the boy and doing a little craft together, which was slightly frustrating in that I had trouble with the pens, but also fun because we did something together. So let's see, the other thing I have been working on this week, and actually took a break from working on this and spun this. Well, I started this yesterday morning, but then I finished this, and then while it was drying, I finished this. And now I think, yeah, now it's dry, so I'm going to continue. So this is the hat for, I'm trying to find the pattern name. I know it's on one of these pages. I think it's, here we go. Make No Mistake from Imagined Landscapes, Sarah Shear. So this is what he's gonna look like. I made mine look like this. I gave myself a really hard time by choosing to carry 3 colors across when it's time to make the mushroom. And I was kind of hating life as I did it. But I love how it looks, and it was totally worth it. And the fact that I don't really have to weave in ends because this is getting stuffed, I just knotted them so they wouldn't come undone. Makes me really happy, and I love it. So now this hat is done. It's gonna be a big gnome, and I can pick up stitches. Excuse me, and my hands are blue from the fiber. Blue is very hard to set. I've talked about this with numerous independent dyers and whatnots. Evidently blue is the hardest color to set. So what I'll do when I give this a bath, I'll put vinegar in the water to help set it some more, because this really, really crocked bad. Like, you can see it. And even when I was plying and the 2 plies were coming up my nitty knotty on the wheel, like I had lines on my blue lines on my legs from the fiber. Excuse me. Anyway, I got the hat done, and he's blocked. I needed to block it because with color work and whatnot, it just needed a little pat even in it, to even out and make it look pretty. I kind of wish I had used a different shade of green, because I feel like it would look better if it had more contrast. But at this point, it's too bad. Because I got like halfway done and I was like, maybe I should have used a different shade of green. And at that point I was like, too bad. Gonna keep going now. But I like that it makes the mushroom pop, so. And up close, you can see the color work part. I like it. So that's what I've been up to this week. I forgot to grab a plant. Hang on. Am I there? Yeah, okay. I'm going to show you the trusty old bunny cactus because it's growing some more little ears. So this is the cactus I've shown before. I got him back in middle of April. And when I got him middle of April, he had this big bottom part and the 2 ears that come right off that. And he has grown so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 new ears. This little bitty guy on top is the newest one. I keep thinking this one's gonna throw off an ear, but so far not. That's cool though. He's just hanging out. I really like him. He makes me happy. This is a fun little guy. There's your plant for the day. I was gonna show you a different one, but I forgot to grab it. And this one was easily accessible, so other plant some other time. Oh, I did have a purchase. I have a new yarn. Last weekend, Rick of Whimsy Stitches was here visiting. Wait, was that this last weekend? Was that the weekend before? It was the weekend before. Time flies when you're having fun. But he has a new yarn base, and this yarn base is 70% fine organic merino and 30% hemp. He had this with him and he was knitting on it, and so I could feel the squish. And I really, really liked it. So I ordered 2 skeins of it from his shop. This color, and this is a sport weight, and the color name is In a Dark Mood. So I just like the colorway too. I'm planning to use this once Ilvermorny classes start for the next semester, which is in September. I'll be in year 5. I graduated, woo! Right now he only had dyed up a really pretty like pale pink and this, but he said he's planning to get some more of this base to dye up some more colors. So if you're interested, keep an eye out. I like that it's sport weight. It feels really nice. I thought it would be kind of scratchy because it's a little hairy, but it's really not. And he was talking about knitting with it and mentioned that it's kind of like linen, like the more he works with it, the softer it's getting. So that's exciting. Very exciting. And that is from Whimsy Stitches. All right. I would tell you what the yarn of this is. The gray, if I knew all of it. I do know that the gray is a DK single and it's from Two Guys Yarn. And that's all I know. I don't know what the rest of it is. I think the green might be from Leading Men. It's this. But I got no tags, so I'm not sure. The red is, I'm not sure about that. I think it's Malabrigo, but I wouldn't swear to it. And the brown is some acrylic I have laying around. It's some of the skein, the skin tone skein tones. I've used it for, I think I've used it for hair on something, and it looks perfect for my mushroom. So that's the yarn I used for my projects, I think. Can't guarantee it. I do know the gray. because it's a single and a DK, and I don't even know if anyone else that does a single in DK. So that one I know for sure, Two Guys Yarn. The rest is a kind of a guesstimate, not really sure. The green could also be from Whimsy Stitches, but although, I don't know. Can't say, don't know. But I know that this fluffy stuff, Two Guys Yarn. All right, so I think that wraps it up. I'm going to go cook some dinner for my manfolk. What have you guys been up to? Have you watched anything cool? Do any of you watch Hot Ones on YouTube? And if you don't, why are you not? Because the interviews are fantastic, it's entertaining, and I always learn something interesting. Well, I learned something interesting as far as Sean Evans has a really interesting, not interesting, he has a very thorough interviewing style, and he doesn't ask like the same old questions. And I just really enjoy that show. I watch it every week. It comes out on Thursdays. Last week, Bear Grylls, I'm not sure, from the guy that takes the celebrities out in the wilderness. Born to be Wild is it Born to be Wild? Born to be Wild is the song that plays in the intro. Anyway, he was on Hot Ones last week, and I really enjoyed his interview. Didn't really know anything about it. Like, I've seen the show as far as like, hey, we have this show, but I've never watched it. But so I've been watching that. I'm watching season 5. Season 5 and 6 are on Disney, so I started with 5. So I'll probably watch all of them because I tend to do that. I find a show and then binge watch whatever's there. And I really like him. He's cool. The show's not like about drama and making things like extra exciting, but he does some scary stuff with these people, and they really overcome some fears. And but he has some very deep conversations with them as well. So I really enjoy. I'm just really enjoying that. This week on Hot Ones, Lizzo was on, and I love her. So cool. She was fun. I like the show in that also the variety of people. Like, sometimes they'll have like the early episodes had like random people I've never heard of before, rappers and comedians and very minor celebrities when they first started out. But the interviews were always interesting, even if it was someone that I don't really care about. I still enjoyed it. I would still watch them all. Actually, when I found Hot Ones, I went back and watched everything that they had, because binge watching shows is what I do. But now that the show's quite well known, they're getting like, you know, major movie celebrities on there. Like, they've had a lot of the Marvel actors have been on, and different people. It's just fun. It's fun to watch them react and be more natural because they're so broken down by the hot sauce. And then also, like I said, he doesn't ask the same old questions. He does a lot of the research. And it's like him and like one other guy that does the research. Very good. But anyway, that's my my talking up the Hot Ones. I'll put a link below in case you want to go check out Hot Ones. Personally, I can't deal with hot sauce. It has to be fairly mild. I'm not one of those people, but my husband loves it. So I've ordered like some of the Hot Ones sauces for him. Although the classic, which is like the one they start with, the lowest end, that one's tasty. And I like that one. I eat that one myself. And I've ordered the ones that are geared towards kids. Those are not on the show, but they exist and they're tasty. All right, so that's enough of that. So next week I'm going to have some little projects. Hopefully I'll have a gnome finished. And I will catch you then. Bye.